Good afternoon. Well, I don't know what time you're watching this, but hi everybody. This is Samantha with Crafty Chicks Corner, and I am going to show you how to assemble the project kit of the Christmas Countdown project from Stampin' Up. This comes with some great decorations, uh, directions, and it seems like a pretty easy kit to assemble. I did do one just so I knew exactly what I was doing, but I will show you how I did that. Let's get down to business. You're going to need your Advent calendar kit, which comes with this box already assembled, all the drawers already assembled. You're going to need the kit that comes in it, which has all of the drawer fronts and the numbers, which you can see the number one's missing, decorative stickers, and these are really thick stickers, more like a cardboard almost, and then some foil accent stickers. And I'll also be using the accompanying stamp set, Christmas Countdown, which has all these great images, just as recommended for the Stampin' Up! Advent Calendar. And you're going to need Mossy Meadow, Cherry Cobbler, and Early Espresso ink. As you can see, some of my stamp pads are the older ones. I'm still working on transitioning over all my colors. So I just buy them as I need them as they run out of ink instead of getting a new re-inker, that kind of thing. So for number one here, I took one of the red drawer fronts here. I took the number one out of the punch and the pre-punched circles, and then a snowflake sticker. And I used the Early Espresso and this cute little delicate snowflake and dot stamp. And you just stamp it, a couple times randomly, and then you put the snowflake sticker here, and you put the number. I did it with the dimensional off to the side. It does recommend that you do all of the fronts and then add them to your box, and so that you can sort of see how they're laid out. So I went ahead and adhered this just so that I knew once I got on video that I wasn't fumbling around, and I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing. So let's get started. We're going to do number 2 through 25, and I am making mine Christmas themed. There are tons of ideas online for the alternative projects. People have done countdown to Disney trips. People have done all different kinds of things. If you purchase through Crafty Chicks Corner through the my Stampin' Up! Website, I will be sending to all the people who buy this advent calendar a template that you can use to make your alternative fronts. Some people did countdown to Halloween, birthdays, all that kind of stuff. So it's a fun little project and has multiple uses, especially since the drawers, they have two sides. So if you do one side, you still have another side that you can just flip it over, stick it back in the box, and have a different side for your other occasion. Or I saw someone online who used Velcro underneath their face fronts, and they adhered none of them. They just put a little piece of Velcro on each box, and they put the alternating Velcro on the back of their fronts. I thought that was pretty clever, so that they could change it out as many times throughout the year. If you have multiple kids and you want to use it as a birthday one, but they're different ages and their styles are very different, you could do that. So number 2 uses this front. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pop out all of these real quick. I want to make sure that I'm working efficiently and effectively. I'm just going to lay them in their different designs in piles, and that'll make it super easy to grab one. When you're rubber stamping, leave me down in the comments and let me know, do you prefer to make 3D projects? Do you prefer to make cards, tags, scrapbook pages? What kind of paper crafting are you into? I like to do a little bit of it all personally. I love teaching card classes. Um, it's really fun for me, but I love just making people presents. And I used to really enjoy scrapbooking. I haven't done it much in the last couple years. Of course, now that I have a daughter, I don't have time to scrapbook, but some of my nieces have some beautiful scrapbook pages because they were born in a time where I had more time on my hands. But I'm considering doing a Memories and More class with the Memories and More packs from Stampin' Up! In their pocket albums. See if I can get maybe Cassie's at least her first year. She changed so much. Really, her first 2 years, she just changed a ton. And I'd like to document that forever. We take so many pictures, but if for some reason Google Photo crashes, my life is ruined because I've lost years and years and years of photos. So I definitely want to get those on paper. Okay, now that we have those all out, and I have my stickers just set off to the side here so that I can easily grab them. Number 2 uses the wood grain gold and the bow. I think that's what it's called, like the bow bundle here, and the early espresso ink. And anytime you're inking, you just want to go real light on your stamp pad. Just a light tap, 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 especially on the older pads. And even on the newer pads, just a light tap. You don't want to smush it in. You'll wind up with shadowing. And you can see where the ink goes on the stamp pad. So, or on the stamped image. So if you see any light spots, you can just go back in that area and make sure you get it real good. I think we've got that all good. And let's see, sort of a do your own thing kind of thing. But I'm following as closely to the pictures as I can get it. And that's it for number 2. We're just going to take our, oh, when I was telling you the supplies you do need Stampin' Dimensionals and your snail for adhering it on the final. Onto the box. So maybe take this there. And then I'm just going to set it to the side and keep going. So number 3 is the green background. And it actually uses some of the sticker pieces. So it's going to use a striped one. And then some of the little flowers here. It looks like they did it off to the side and just trimmed it. That's what I'm going to do. You make anything fit the way you want to make it fit. So these are really nice stickers. They're almost like cardstock or chipboard with their thickness. We're going to put a flower there and a flower there. And because these stickers already come adhesive, you're using so much less adhesive than you would trying to fiddle with these small pieces. So I really like that about this kit. I lost my sheet of dimensionals. Oh, it's in the stickers. And we're just going to do it to where all of it sort of sticks out there. There we go. And number 4, we're going to do some stamping. And it's on this one with the little gold dots at the bottom, the wood grain looking, the light wood grain. There's 3 different degrees. There's almost a white wood grain, a dark wood grain, and then a light one. So we're going to be using the light one. And we're going to be using the stitching and the flower stamps. So you'll want to grab your long blocks. And I'll just be using the middle. So if you have some sticking off, not a big deal. I do have a bigger block here. So, and then we're going to be using the early espresso ink with the one with the little snowflakes and oh, I can't think of that pattern. It almost looks like a houndstooth pattern. And you just want to make sure you line it up straight. A good thing to do is if you have the grid paper like I do, you can lay it on a bottom line there. And then you can line up with the next line above and get your image. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the next one so that I can sort of keep everything straight. You could use your Stamparatus too if you'd like to. When I'm doing a project like this, I don't like to fiddle with it, but it's something I'm getting more comfortable with. I know some of my ladies who have problems with their hands, they love the Stamparatus because they can do more and not worry about shaking so much. There we go. And this is number 4. So you're going to grab your number 4, just pop it out of the sheet and stick it on with dimensionals. Now, do you ever accidentally stamp yourself or stick the side of your finger in the stamp pad? Yeah, I'm known for that actually. And we're going to go directly in the middle here. One great thing about this kit too is that you can use a 1-inch circle punch, and that's perfectly what this is, to cut out and leave yourself that shadow. And number 5, we are going to use the pine tree one. This is coming together super quick. And then it has these cute little, almost like just ribbon tails or banner ribbons. Go there. And your dimensional. And on to number 6. This is going quite well. We're going to be using the two-tone one this time and some of the gold stickers. Just going to go ahead and lay this number 6 out here while I'm in the sticker pile. And we're going to be using the gold banner and one of the red bows, full bows, not just the tails. And just sort of try to make sure that you're even on both sides. And you get the line through the center of it, only because I'm a little anal and I like things to be centered and even. Some people can handle the, just sort of wing it, or, I call it creative crafting because it's definitely not what I am. I like structure and technique. It's just what I prefer and what I find fun. And but I love looking at people's work that are creative crafters. They get into the painting or the stitching. It's still a paper craft art, but it definitely looks nothing like mine. It's definitely more a labor of love. Now this one we're going to be using, for number 7, we're going to be using the almost like whitewash wood grain and the sticker bows here, the 3-piece bows. I think there's going to be quite a bit of supplies left too. I might have to make a few cards with these leftover stickers because they're really, really nice quality. I don't think you're going to have problems with them falling off or anything. I mean, they're just well made. Now, if you live close to to Northeast Ohio, to Stowe, Ohio specifically, that's where I live and that's where I teach. In my home or at a local coffee shop called Corner Cup Coffee House. I love being in person and stamping and meeting fellow crafters. It's just one of my passions. I like people getting excited looking at what they made. Number 8, we're going to go back to the red here. And I am just following the exact thing. So we're going to be doing this one the same exact way we did number 1. So now you get to see how I did number 1. We're going back to stamping. I like that they sort of mix this stamping and stickers and all different kinds of medias. Now this is a very delicate stamp, so you don't need a lot of ink. You just want to lightly tap, and then you don't want to push down on your stamp either. Just a very light. There you go. I hope you guys can see that. It adds just a bit of texture to it without being overwhelming and taking away from. And I'm trying the random stamping here. No plan, no reasoning. And then we're going to use the white snow cardboard snowflake sticker. And then just a dimensional on the back of the 8. Told you it was super quick and easy when I did the number 1. Same exact layout. But, you know, the great part about this is if you want to do something different, you can do something different. So we're going to use the darker wood grain now, and we're going to be stamping the bird in the early espresso. And on a project like this that I'm going back and forth and using the stamps multiple times, I use both sides of my block. I do it actually quite often. And if you'd like to see through your block, you could just pop the other stamp off. But I sort of didn't really care because I knew it would be, you know, the center. There's not much space there. And we're going to be using the gold foil tail sticker. Little banner tails or ribbon tails, however you want to look at it. And then the number 9. So I'm going to put this down here. Actually, I think I'm going to go off to the side a little more. Get it all the way to the edge there. And then I'm going to bring my 9 to where the bird's head sticks out, but you don't see a ton of the body. Bring it all the way down there. There you go. And that's my number 9. Number 10, we're going to go back to the green. And number 10 does look similar to number 3. So some of the patterns do repeat themselves. I am just following the box here as it is directed because that's why I liked it. That's why I bought it. It's because I liked the way it looked. And so I'm going to follow their directions. So we're using the striped pattern stickers and then the flower stickers, one of each color, and overlap them just a little bit. And this is number 10 already. I am loving this kit. What a great group project. And I'm going to bring this all the way over to the side there. And number 11 is going to bring us back to this one with stamping the it almost looks like a Christmas sweater, this pattern. Argyle, that's what I was thinking earlier with this pattern, this Argyle. And line it up. Now, I've been stamping for 18 years, so I have a pretty good hold on the level of pressure that I put on a stamp. So I can go directly to the pad like that. But if you don't feel comfortable, you can always pick up the pad and then you have more control over how you're tapping it. That's how I teach all my beginners. how to do it. It just helps them because there's nothing more frustrating than when you're learning something and everything is going great and then you mess up one part, which for me, the art of stamping and scrapbooking and card making and treat making, all of that, I want it to be homemade. I want it to be unique. So I don't mind a little flub here and there. There we go. Number 13. Gold banner, the 2-end banner. There we go. And a full bow. There's definitely going to be some extra stickers. I think I want to turn one of these wreath stickers into a front door card. I think that would be super cute. So I decided to pause the camera and go ahead and assemble the rest because it was repeating patterns. So I had stopped at 13. So 14 is the same as 7. 15 is the same as 1 and 8. 16 is the bows, which is the same as number 2. 17 is the same as 10 and 3, and so is 24. 18 is the same as 11 and 4. So pretty much every 7 repeats itself all the way until number 25. And number 25, you use the gold dot, side dot, whitewash wood, like with the bows. But instead of the bow sticker, you use one of these detailed wreath stickers and then one of the banner bow stickers, and you pop dot the number 25 on it. But I didn't adhere them all because I do want to show you guys how to adhere them to the box. And so I have adhered number 1 and 2. So let's go to number 3. Now for this, you can just use your snail adhesive. If you want super secure, you can use the Terran tape. But this box is smooth, but not shiny. So I don't think you're going to have an issue with your snail sticking for use year after year. Now there's a couple things that I found were fit nicely in this thing. So you're going to turn it. I prefer to turn it to the side so that I can line up around the circle, and then the rest of it lines up. And you're going to just repeat that on every front of your box. Now for filling your box, there's a couple cute ideas. If you have young or tween children who are into Legos, you could take a set of Legos, divide the Legos in, and on the 25th, you give them the instructions. I thought that was a cute idea. Chocolates fit in here. If you have a tween girl, you could fill it, a tween or teen girl, you could fill it with chapsticks, the little mini nail polish bottles, you know, the lip balms, little makeup compacts, anything like that. You could also fill it with a piece of paper and use it as a gratitude box. And then everyone in the family every day puts what they're thankful for into the box. And you can, of course, fit chocolates in it and things like that, your little, treat foods. But if you try to stay away from those extra sugary treats because they're getting them on the holidays, then I wouldn't worry about that. I would find something alternate to put in there. You could also put coordinating things to, like, if you did 25 books up until Christmas, you could put the coordinating paper and they get to go pick um, out of a stack of books. So, one is Green Eggs and Ham, 8 is a Harry Potter book, whatever your family likes to read and read together at story time. So I think it is going to get a lot of use in our house, and I'm excited about adding it to my buffet this year for my holiday decor. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day.